Everyone wants happiness and success, and we know how to get you there. Come listen to the Leadership Society of Arizona as we teach a proven logic to help you simplify life, overcome challenges, and predict the future. You're listening to the Logic and Life Coaching Podcast.
Welcome to the Logic and Life Coaching Podcast. My name is Chuck Zulanas, and I'm joined by our special guest, Dr. Jacob Kashiwagi.
Hi, Chuck.
Thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate you coming here as always. So today I wanted to discuss meditation. And so I know that in a couple of the different summer courses, you often incorporate a practice of meditation towards the end of the day, right? Like you want them to quiet their mind, calm their mind. Why do you do that?
Because I find out students will give us a higher rating if they leave home they're calm and their mind isn't confused and they don't have a headache.
Okay.
No, but in all seriousness, well, that's true too. But in all seriousness, we do meditation just to give the students exposure to it, because meditation doesn't necessarily work for everybody, but if it does work for you, then it can be a very good tool to be able to calm anxiety, to be able to go to sleep at night, to get your mind relaxed, to be able to, function and do the things you need to do. Also can get rid of headaches. There's all sorts of benefits from meditation if it works for you. And so one of the things we want to do is just give students, it takes only like a couple minutes, but it gives students exposure to that as a tool that if it works for them and they see value in it, then they can look more into it when they go home.
Okay, cool. And so do you incorporate a practice of meditation in your life?
I do not. I do meditate, but it's not like incorporated into my life. There are certain times where I will use it because I know it's there and I need to calm my mind down. But at this time in my life, there was a time I used it a lot, right? But at this time in my life is pretty calm right now. So I don't really need it too much.
Okay, well, good to know. So there's a point at which it serves its purpose and feeling good.
Yes, and it might come in and out of someone's life, because one of the main benefits of meditation is to be able to calm the mind down, is to get a lot of thoughts out of your mind. And yeah, so there's could be some times where your life is a lot more stressful, and there's sometimes where your life is a lot more calm. Some people might not be able to tell the difference, right? So it might be tough for some people, but yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. So in terms of meditation, I know that the purpose is to calm down. So when you've got a lot on your mind, like how is it that you can like focus on the meditation when you've got a bunch of different thoughts going through your head?
So here's the thing, is you can focus on the meditation if you don't think about other things. So to get the thoughts out of your head, don't think about things.
Don't think about things?
Yes, I'm just kidding with you, Chuck.
Okay.
So there's a couple of things you can do. One that meditation actually tries to get you to do is you focus on something that doesn't get your mind moving. So whether it's your breathing, or a lot of times in some meditations, they'll have you like go on and try to relax every single muscle in your body, going from one muscle to the other, because they find that if you're trying to relax the muscles, the focus of doing that causes you not to think about a lot of things in life. And so, one way is have a focal point, have something that you can focus on that doesn't evoke thoughts. like focus on your breathing or relaxing a muscle or whatever it might be. The second thing you can do is have a good environment. And a good environment is an environment where you don't have music playing in the background, there's no noise, the less sound you have, the better, and have, good atmosphere, temperature, whatnot. If the environment is conducive to being able to relax, then it's easier to get your thoughts under control. Now, this might not work for some people who it's just they can't get the thoughts out, even with a good environment. So if you are one of those people who you just can't get the thoughts out, another good thing is to go on Spotify and use their meditation. Their verbal meditation things, they got someone who's taking you through the meditation. And a lot of times listening to another person's voice might help you to get rid of your other thoughts. And I found that's a good way to settle things down. There is another thing I do, and this is I've had a lot of my students try and do this, which is before you meditate, to prep your mind to get these thoughts out. And I tell them to write in a journal. And not only write in a journal, but on one side of the page, write all of the thoughts that are causing you a lot of stress and fear and are just caught up in your mind. And on the other side of the page, you write things that will alleviate that thought. So for example, maybe you're fearing, hey, I'm not going to pass my test, da 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 da. And on the other side, you write things that you've heard, anything that that gives you hope with that. Like, I studied a lot, so I should be able to pass this test. Or everything in my life has always worked out, so even if I fail this test, it will be okay. My life will continue going on. And go through your thoughts like that in your journal. And oftentimes that can kind of settle your thoughts down enough because it gives you a little hope. And then it allows you to go into your meditation.
Wow. That's a good idea.
Yeah, you should try it.
Totally. Yeah. Sometimes I do have those racing thoughts. I like think through all these different negative circumstances, all the different possible things, and it's exhausting, right?
It is. It is. And oftentimes if you write it down and then you write the good answer down that will, the hope, oftentimes it can kind of calm you enough. And then if you go right into meditation, it even is better.
So where do you get these hopeful responses from?
Hopefully you can make it up. If you can't make it up, well, go talk to someone about it. So there might be an even pre-step, which is go talk to a mentor or someone and tell them your fears, and they can tell you all the right things to think.
Yeah.
and then you can go repeat them and verbally or handwrite them down and actually look at it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get that. And like sometimes when you're going through those thoughts, it's like you're not in the mood to go ask for help, which is tough. So like if there's like a resource to go to which has some of those answers, I know Google sometimes can be a resource to find some of that, but yeah, I'm just trying to think if there would be a place to find those positive. Oh,
I know a very good place.
Okay.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yes, you ask it whatever you're concerned about, and why should I have hope about this? It'll probably give you pretty good responses.
Interesting. All right. I will try it afterwards, after this, and we'll see. Actually, let's just try it now. What is a distressing thought? So what are the benefit.
People are not going to like me.
Okay. What are some hopeful thoughts at a fear of people? Here are some hopeful thoughts that can combat a fear of people not liking you. 1, remember that everyone is different. Just because someone doesn't like you doesn't mean that you're not a good person or that something's wrong with you. It simply means that you and that person may not be a good fit for each other. 2,
Wow, that's pretty good.
on your own values. Instead of trying to please everyone, focus on living your life in alignment with your own values and principles. When you are true to yourself, you will naturally attract people who share your values and appreciate you for who you are. Okay, well, that's that's 2 of 6. So I think
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it does compile it pretty well. So so that's chat.openai.com for anyone who doesn't know how to get there. You just need a Google account to sign up. So yeah,
Outstanding.
So that's a great resource.
So look at that.
Okay, so the prep for the meditation is often getting rid of some of those distracting negative thoughts. You kind of just phrase it, what are some hopeful thoughts to combat a fear of blank? And then go from there. And then you can go on to your meditation and feel calm, right?
Yes. And if that doesn't work, you can always count sheep.
Yeah. How's that worked for you?
I've never done that before, to be honest with you, but but I heard it works well from people who have.
And I have tried that. I've gone it's like I remember I was stressing over a Spanish test that I hadn't studied for, or I felt like I wasn't going to do well on, and I was just exhausted. But I could not stop stressing over it, and so I stayed up all night, unable to go to sleep. And I tried counting sheep, I tried breathing, I tried like all these different things. And my dad told me, look, just because you don't get sleep doesn't mean you're not getting rest. And that kind of gave me some calm, because I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna not get enough sleep, so I'm gonna fail the test, and that's not gonna go well. And so I was nervous about not being able to sleep, which made it so I couldn't sleep. So counting sheep may not be effective for everyone, but just know that if you're laying down, you get rest anyways, just by laying down. So
Yes.
closing your eyes.
Well, very good. Very good, Chuck.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your advice, for your counsel, for just chatting with me. Appreciate it. Thank you, listeners, for listening, and viewers for watching. Have a good rest of your day.